Alpha Auto Car Dealer Incorporation is a corporation established on October 9, 2020. The company is 10 authorized Kia dealership in Metro Manila. The business involves retail sales and after-sales servicing of Kia vehicles. Services includes general job maintenance and repair, parts and accessories sales, body repair and paint or BRP, and insurance renewal assistance. Safety mandate and regulatory alignment. The safety mandate is to cultivate a safe and healthy work environment for every member of organization. This involves systematically identifying, evaluating all potential hazards, whether mechanical, electrical, chemical, physical, or ergonomic within the service-based and BRP section. In terms of regulatory alignment, safety protocols are meticulously designed to meet and exceed the requirements set forth by the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE under the Occupational Safety and Health Standards of the Philippines. Compliance with these standards is a fundamental requirement for the company. The first workshop safety hazard is fluid spills. Lubricants, coolants, and brake fluids frequently leak onto the workshop floor during routine general job services, such as oil changes, coolant splashes, and brake repairs. These spills create slippery surfaces that pose a significant fall risk. Control measures include immediate deployment of spill kits containing absorbent materials for cleanup. Non-slip floor coatings are applied to reduce slipperiness. The company mandates the use of slip-resistant, oil-resistant safety boots for all the service personnel. The second safety hazard is hydraulic lift failures. This occurs when vehicle lifts are used beyond their rated weight capacity or operated with burnout, damage, or faulty locking safety pins. These conditions compromise the structural durability of the lift and increase the risk of sudden collapse. The safety impact is severe. A lift failure can cause the vehicle to crash down on technicians working underneath, resulting in fatal crash injuries, severe fractures, and internal organ damage. Control measures includes strict enforcement of daily pre-operational inspection checklists to verify that all lifts components are in proper worker condition. The third safety hazard is falling objects from elevated work. Tools, components, and debris that are left unsecured on elevated work platforms, vehicle roofs, engine bays, or overhead storage rack can fall. The safety impacts includes head injuries such as concussion and skull fractures, spinal injuries, lacerations, and eye damage. Heavy components like brake drums or transmission parts can cause fatal injuries upon impact. Control measures include the use of tool lanyard and tethering system for all tools used at height. Clear below protocols are implemented before any overhead work. Tow boards and safety nets are installed on elevated platforms. The fourth safety hazard is heavy tire and wheel handling. Tires and wheels assemblies can weigh over 50 kilograms each, requiring significant physical effort to lift, carry, and mount onto vehicles. The safety impact includes dropping tires or wheels, which can cause severe crashes, injuries to feet, toes, and hands. Improper lifting can lead to hernias and spinal injuries. Tire explosion during inflation can cause devastating injuries including fractures, amputation, and even death. Wheels that are not properly secured can detach during test drive, causing loss of vehicle control. Control measures includes the use of mechanical tire handlers and lifter for moving heavy wheels. Tire safety cages are mandatory during inflation. Proper torque specification for wheels fastener are verified using calibrated torque wrench. Tire storage areas are clearly marked to prevent tripping hazards.
We have here workshop health hazard. Our first hazard is chemical hazards. Isocyanides and solvents found in automotive paints, clear coats, and thinners used in the body repair and paint section. Exposure occurs via inhalation or skin contact during spraying and mixing. For health impact, chronic exposure causes occupational asthma, severe skin dermatitis, eye irritation, and long-term respiratory hypersensitivity. For control measures, mandatory use of supplied air, respirators in spray boots, chemical-resistant gloves, and local exhaust ventilation. Our second health hazard is physical hazards, or the noise and vibration. Pneumatic tools and impact wrenches, continuous operation of air-powered tools, grinders, and compressors in the main service base exceed safe decibel thresholds. For health impact, prolonged exposure leads to noise-induced hearing loss, tinnitus, and hand-arm vibration syndrome from vibrating machinery. For control measures, strict enforcement of earmuffs or plugs, routine tool maintenance, and mandatory operator rotation schedules to limit exposure time. For our third hazard, ergonomic hazards or repetitive motion and heavy lifting, awkward postures and lifting. Mechanics and technicians frequently work in awkward overhead positions under vehicle lifts, bend over engine base, and manually lift heavy components like brake drums or wheels. For health impact, result in debilitating musculoskeletal disorders, chronic lower back pain, repetitive strain injuries, and joint degradation. For control measures, provisions of adjustable vehicle lifts, pneumatic lifting assist for tires or batteries, and ergonomic training on proper lifting techniques. For our fourth health hazard, we have electrical and thermal hazards. For high voltage and hot surfaces, servicing modern Kia electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles exposes technicians to high voltage battery packs, while BRP welding introduces intense heat and radiation. For health impact, severe electrical shocks, fatal electrocution, arc flash burns, and arc eye from unprotected welding exposure. For control measures, utilization of rated insulated tools, high voltage PPE, lockout or tag out protocols, and welding shields. There are company risk assessment criteria to maintain a zero accident operational standard. Alpha Autocar Dealer Incorporation utilizes a standard 5 by 5 risk matrix based on likelihood and severity. For likelihood, this includes the probability of occurrence. For rare, unlikely to occur, may happen only exceptional circumstances. For unlikely, could occur at some time but uncommon. For possible, might occur at some time, for example, once a year. For likely, will probably occur in most circumstances, for example, once a month. For almost certain, expected to occur in most circumstances, for example, daily or weekly. For severity or consequences of impact, for insignificant, first aid injury only, immediate return to work, no financial loss. For minor, minor injury requiring external medical treatment, reversible health effects, minor downtime. For moderate, lost time injury, medical treatment required, reversible illness, local environmental impact. For major, severe injury, or irreversible occupational illness, for example, severe chemical burn, or extensive damage. For catastrophic fatalities, permanent total disability, major structural destruction, or total regulatory shutdown. For a risk rating and action required, the risk score is calculated as likelihood times severity. Our score range is 1 to 25. For low risk, score is 1 to 4. This is acceptable risk managed by routine, existing operational procedures. It is monitored during standard safety walkthroughs. For medium risk, our score is 5 to 12. It is tolerable risk, requires specific control measures. Management must specify task level controls, PPE, engineering tweaks, and review within the quarter. For high risk, the score is 15 to 25. This is an acceptable risk. Stop work immediately. Immediate corrective actions are mandatory. Senior management approval and engineered control systems are required before resuming operations.
Good day everyone. So now let's proceed to risk assessment matrix 5v5 grid. We have here is identified hazard type, probability, severity, risk score, risk classification, and critical target action. First is vehicle lift failure. The probability is 2, the severity is 5, the risk score is 10, and the risk classification is high. So, the critical target action will be conduct daily lift inspection, use safety locks, perform preventive maintenance. The second one is the fire and explosion from fuel handling. The probability is 3, the severity is 5, the risk score is 15. So the risk classification will be high. The critical target action will be store fuel properly, prohibit smoking, provide fire extinguisher and hot work permits. Next one is ergonomic strain from lifting parts. The probability is 4, the severity is 3, the risk score is 12, the risk classification is high. Use lifting aids, team lifting, and proper body mechanic training. The fourth is the exposure to exhaust fumes. The probability is 4, the severity is 3, the risk score is 12. The risk classification will be high. Maintain exhaust extraction system to ensure adequate shaft ventilation. And the last one is the chemical exposure. The probability is 3, the severity is 3, the risk score is 9, and the risk classification will be medium. And the critical target action will be wear gloves and goggles, follow SDS guidelines, and provide spill kits. So the next one is we have safety control action plan. We have here phase 1, identify weekly. So in weekly, we will conduct workplace safety inspection. In phase 2, mitigate immediate to monthly. So in immediate to monthly, we will install warning signs and floor markings. In phase 3, inspect monthly. So in monthly, inspect vehicle lifts and lifting equipments. So the last phase is phase 4, is train quarterly. So in quarterly, conduct Hirac and safety awareness training. And lastly, your safety is our priority. Company is Kia Pasig. Location is Pasig City, Metro Manila, Philippines. Commitment is zero workplace injuries, full DOLE compliance, safety and healthy work environment, continuous safety and improvement. That's all. Thank you.